With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker. The future is feeling.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sonoma Raceway here at the Sim Racing Unleashed Cup Series here tonight with Freaky Fast Broadcasting, and joining me alongside in the booth, I'm Zach Hall, and I got my good buddy Robert Moyer Jr. up here going to be calling the action along with me and running these beautiful cameras here we have at Freaky Fast Broadcasting. And we got a tough racetrack here tonight at the Sonoma Raceway. We're not only going left here, we're going right and braking hard, going through the gears. It's going to be one heck of a show. I'm glad everybody can join us, and welcome here tonight to Sonoma Raceway.
That is correct. Yep, sorry, Zach, I was muted there, but yes, welcome everybody here to Sim Racing Unleashed out Sonoma, where we're going to do a little bit of lefting, a little bit of right, and a little bit of an uphill and a little bit of a downhill, like Zach likes to call. This is the kind of racing that we're going to see. Zach is endurance racing, more or less, kind of. You know, you just got to be patient. You gotta do your passes at a certain time. You can't just bull rush into a turn and expect to make a pass and make it stick unless you're on fresh tires, which still I don't even think that will even work.
Yeah, this is all about finesse here tonight, Robert. This is one of my favorite racetracks in all of iRacing. This is a place where, personally, I actually, just thinking about it, I think I've done about 8 league races here, and I've actually never lost a race at this racetrack. This is what to be a place I'm proud to run at. This is the one place I'm proud to be very, very good at. And this track, it has so many challenges, especially with this new layout. As we see here, we're looking at Hunter Hayward on his qualifying lap, as he was the fastest man in practice. We'll see what kind of times he puts down here tonight. These guys have been putting in lots of practice this week trying to perfect this racetrack. Very difficult to do. Very, very hard track. It's got so many different things. Like you said, Robert, also up and down. This track has so much elevation change, and it's also one of the fastest road courses with some super high-speed corners with the S's. And it's really one of the most technical ones out there. So I'm really excited to see how these drivers out here tonight can tackle this racetrack. I'm going to tell you what, it's going to come down to the driver who's the smoothest and also can keep the tires under, because running a fast lap here is one thing, but the long run pace at this racetrack will definitely be the key to keep the rear tires under you at all times.
That is right, Mr. Road Course Genius.
Most people get a little bit upset about, coming to places like this. This is the place I relish to come to. This is a challenge. I love the challenge of it. It's, tackling these 3,400 pound stock cars around these tracks is not where they're supposed to be. And that's what the beauty of it is to me, is you're doing something out of your comfort zone and you're having to adapt on the fly. And I'm telling you what, it will really make you search for some answers when you're really struggling at places like this. But man, so far we had the fastest time so far turned by Mark Whitley of a 1:33.61 in qualifying here. So that's a great lap there from Mark, way faster than his practice time. And he's ahead of teammate Joseph Ward there with the 33.9, who I know Joseph ran him a few times here. Very good road course racer also, so I would not be surprised to see him up there challenging for a win. So lots to play here tonight. Got a pretty nice little field, and it's going to be, I'm telling you, this track is just tough. It's literally one of the most difficult road courses. I personally put it right there with the Roval. The Roval, I'd say, is a little more difficult just because of the walls being closer, and also just the Roval, you don't really get a break, I feel like, at that track. This track, you kind of feel like, I feel like there's a lot of flowing points where you can get a break, and it's pretty easy to set up corner to corner and get a perfect lap done. But man, oh man, I really am excited, Robert. I know look, I got goosebumps on my arm right now. I just love calling races like this, watching races like this. I'm super excited.
So, where do you think the passing points are going to be here tonight for these guys here? Where is your key here at Sonoma to make passes?
Well, the definite best place to pass is the final corner in the last hairpin.
Turn
that
11.
corner right there is the hardest braking corner. I would say it's turn 11, but I don't know now because of the new. It used to be turn 11.
Okay.
It may be turn 12, 13 now with the the carousel and stuff in there.
That's right. That's right. Good.
The thing about that corner is it's just super hard braking. So anytime you're in a hard braking zone like that, you have a chance to outbrake somebody, and that's where you're going to set up a pass. And especially coming out of the corner before that is one of the toughest corners on the track because it's super high speed and it's very flat, and that sets your run up to that corner into that hard braking zone. Very easy to wheel hop into that braking zone, I must add too, and really hurt your day by spinning it going into that hairpin. But the other place I would say you look for is definitely down the drag strip from the carousel down, as you see right here. Actually, we have Robbie Darnell going into the corner I'm actually speaking of, so that was actually pretty perfect. That's a very good area to pass to because of the hard braking zone. It sets someone up right there. Also, turn 1 you can make a pass, you definitely can, but definitely not ideal. But turn 5 also. Turn 5 is pretty crucial hard braking zone downhill, and if you don't get that right, it can really mess up your lap. So you can definitely make up some time there. And also the carousel sets you up for a lot of stuff. I mean, that leads you right down to that hard braking zone at the end of the drag strip, and you're going to see that's where people set up the passes, is coming out of that carousel. So we'll have to monitor that all night here, but I imagine we'll see some pretty nice passes. That's the thing, we were at the Roval last night with WSSR. That track's a lot harder to pass in my opinion. There's not a lot of area to pass personally. You got the chicanes that are pretty hard braking, but even those are tough to set up a pass. And this track, you definitely got some passing options though. Let's actually look here at Cedric Hunter, the Cat 5 Esports, number 11. Definitely going to be interested to see what kind of time he puts down. I was give him a few little quick pointers before the race. Hopefully he can use that knowledge to the best of his abilities. He goes down to the final hairpin right here. We said the best passing zone is going to be here all night long, right here, hugging those tires. Gonna have to put the power down nicely here as he comes to the line. We'll see what kind of time this number 11 can put down here as qualifying is nearing the end with a minute 52 left. Well, 1:35.53. I definitely think Cedric's not happy with that. He's about a second and a half slower than his practice time. That puts him 10th on the board right now. So maybe he's trying to do my tips too much.
Right. That or he messed. Maybe your tips ain't as good as you thought they were there, sir.
Well, sometimes the biggest tip I gave him is just backing stuff up. A lot of problems that people have at road courses personally is they overdrive it. You're trying to go out there and chase lap time. You're chasing that lap time, and you see the other guys are quicker than you. But a lot of times those guys are just quicker than you, mostly due to the fact that they're not overdriving. They're hitting their marks. They're putting the power down nicely and not overdriving it. You get this car upset, it does not turn. It does not turn. It slides. And when you slide these tires, they just get hot. And the more heat you build into them, the more air pressure you build, the harder that tire becomes, the less grip you have. So It is all about not overdriving this thing and in like a lamb, out like a lion, as I always say.
Good, best way to say this here tonight, patience make you faster.
It definitely will. It definitely will. I mean, like I said, one thing to run a fast lap around here is like, yes, your qualifying time is going to be very crucial to where you start here tonight. But I guarantee you go out there and run qualifying pace at the very beginning of this race, and you don't manage your stuff and you start lighting those rears up, you will see somebody definitely drop back very quickly, lighting the rear tires up.
See if he improved. Yep, he improved.
Yeah.
A little bit. Not too bad. Moves himself up to 9th. Not a bad lap.
Yeah, not a bad starting position. So there's Steven Stippian here on a lap 2. See what he does. This is his second lap up.
Oh, no, didn't make enough of time.
Yeah, ran out of time. But still, he'll qualify there in the 8th position. And that's the end of qualifying. Looks like Mark will be on pole. And we will go ahead and pull up our qualifying results here and go through them. As, man, we got a pretty big field here. 25 cars here tonight at the Sonoma Raceway. And here's your qualifying results. Mark Whitley qualifying on pole in that number 77. Good job by him. Second place goes to Joseph McWhorter in that 30 machine. Fifth is fifth. This is number 5 car. The three are, oh man, I'm tongue tied right now, Robert. Third place is Brandon Hartwell. Fourth goes to Jason Anderson. Fifth is Stephen Leffler. Sixth is Hunter Hayward. Seventh is Brandon Colley. Eighth, Steven Stippian. Ninth is Cedric Hunter. 10th is Braden Caress. 11th goes to Bradley Delth. 12th, Gomez. 13th is Lane Doyle. 14th is Robbie Darnell. 15th goes to David Weiss. 16th is Buzz. And I got to fix my grid up here. 17th is Michael Yarrow. 18th is Jason Adams. 19th, Robert Cheswick. 20th, Jason T. Campbell. 21st, Nicholas Lowy. 22nd, James Small. AJ Brissett is 23rd. 24th is Todd Neese. And rounding out your field is James Haney in 25th.
All right, sir. That will have our starting grid here at Sonoma. Here for round number 10 of the season here with Sim Racing Unleashed. Like Zach said at the beginning, we want to say thank you to everybody out there on YouTube and Facebook. Hopefully you enjoy the stream here tonight. And don't forget to share it to your friends and family and show them what you like to do on a Sunday night. You get to sit back, watch your favorite driver out here at any league or Sim Racing Unleashed and here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting. But all right, Zach, well, we're going to get ready to rock for 40 laps. Now, what are we looking at fuel? I know we talked about it at World Series of Sim Racing League. I did a little bit, but short pitting. Do you do the short pit? Do you stay out as long as you can? I know you had word that you're looking at maybe a caution if there's a couple cars off track. So do you play that gambling game? Hopefully, you get that yellow maybe, or do you just say, I'm not going to worry about that yellow and I'm just going to go as far as I can?
Yeah, that's the definite question is, the undercut. The undercut is very, very useful. And I actually do have a little bit of data here to look and see where our fuel mileage could be here tonight, as I did actually get a lap in this week here at the Sonoma Raceway. So looking at about 31 laps on fuel for a full tank. So yeah, you're gonna, with a 40-lap race, you could split it into 20s. But in my opinion, these tires plateau. If you do a good job of managing your tires, especially, and not overheating them, they kind of plateau out. As what I'm saying is, you'll get into a certain range of lap time, and you just kind of run the same lap over and over again for about 5 or 6 laps, And if you can do that with great management, then the undercut is super powerful, because I'm going to tell you what, their fall off here is going to be multiple seconds of fall off. And you're going to see really up to about 4 seconds of fall off probably here tonight, maybe even 5 for a few guys. So that undercut, if you can get out there and if you're behind someone 4 seconds and you run a lap time 4 seconds faster than them the next lap, you're ahead of them. That is the undercut game. And then from there, you got to be able to just stay in front of you, and making passes at road courses is never an easy thing. It's not like an oval. You got to set somebody up. You can't just, you can really make a mistake trying to make a pass. So overdriving it and having to catch back up is never easy, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I think the undercut will be powerful. I think you're going to see guys pitting, really from 16 on. possibly. So you never know. Like you said, there could be a few cautions if we get a big enough wreck. We'll have to see about that. But I'm gonna tell you what, if there is a caution, you're gonna come down and put 4 tires on because these guys have 4 sets here tonight. So we definitely want to have a set if there is a late race caution, but tires will be key, and this race should be pretty awesome as the pace car is going to take its left turn here, and we're going to get ready to kick this thing off, man.
All right, 40 laps ready for these guys here to tackle here tonight at Sonoma as we get ready for that green flag. It's going to get ready to fly here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sim Racing Unleashed at Sonoma Raceway.
Wow, and what a start from Joseph McWhorter straight to the lead. He actually said in the chat, he said, enjoy watching the 30 car go to victory lane. So we'll have to see if he can hold off teammate Mark Whitley here. They start 1 and 2 here tonight. And already got a little bit of action there in the back. I don't know who that is off track. It might have been I believe that was the 92 of Jason Anderson. Yeah.
Yep.
Let Hunter Hayward get ahead.
As they're battling back here right now, too wide, and that's the thing too. You gotta take it easy. Oh,
Braden Caress into Brandon Colley, points leader, coming into tonight, and oh no, that is not good for Colley. Caress just way too hot into the corner. That is really gonna hurt Colley. He's just got to stick with it, and hopefully he gets to see a caution at some point.
Well, and that's the thing with road racing. Yeah, now he fell way back, as we know, as he it's all the way back to 19th position. But again, you know, it's road racing. There is no yellows, but you can make up that ground as you know, other cars can overdrive it, miss the turns. You know, you can do like, look here, he's already catching up to 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got 4 cars right there, so he can make up 4 positions already, Zach.
Yeah, he's getting stuck there behind the 6 of Robert Cheswick there. So trying to get by these guys, but you got to be patient when you get by them. So yeah, like you said, he'll definitely be able to get some points back. He's just got to stay calm and rebound from that unfortunate incident to the back of his bumper there. I mean, there's really nothing Colley can do as he goes by the 6.
Wow.
Goes almost to the inside of the 61. There he goes. Wow. So by James Small and the 6 of Robert Cheswick. So very quickly there ahead of them as you see Jason Adams locking up. But man, that's unfortunate start for Brandon. I know he's definitely probably frustrated right now, but you don't want to lose your cool at a road course. This is a place where losing your cool can really hurt you. As the front 3 are starting to put little gaps in between each other. Joseph McWhorter doing a good job to pull away now from Mark Whitley up front here.
We have somebody else going around. Ooh. That would be Robbie.
Yeah, that's Robbie Darnell there in that 44. Yeah, so easy to do off that top of the hill there. The car really unloads after you come under the top of that hill, and it definitely gets light.
I want to give a shout out too, real quick, to all these guys who are running. As we know, October is Breast Cancer Awareness, so they're all out there running some pink color schemes. It's awesome to see the NASCAR and iRacing community do that, league in and league out. As wow, Robbie is I think he's just dirt tracking now. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's dirt tracking. He's like, give me a dirt truck. I did better at Dora in a truck. No, man.
Looks like Hunter Hayward's got up into 4th now. Didn't have the greatest qualifying there for Hunter. Actually, yeah, I believe that's 4th, yeah. Unless, did Hartwell? No, Hartwell is in 3rd. So, yeah, that's 4th position there for Hunter Hayward. So, already starting to make a little bit of ground up there for that. We'll have to see how he does here as the run goes on. I know he looked pretty good in practice. We'll have to see what he can produce here as this race goes on. As you know, it's about 4.8 back from the leaders, but you don't want to burn your stuff up. My thing is, yeah, you can go out there and run fast laps. You know, people always ask me, Zach, how are you so good on the long runs here? How do you keep up the pace? It's mostly due to you got to pace yourself. You can't go out there and run it like you stole the thing. You know, if you stole the thing, you got to go out there and drive it like you're driving Miss Daisy. So it's definitely an interesting, you know, thing. As a driver, you want to go full bore, but I'm gonna tell you one thing: if you go full bore, it ends up in just really burnt tires. Let's look at Cedric Hunter now making the pass around the outside of Jason Anderson. What a move for him. I believe he'll be able to make that. Yes, he will in the Hello Kitty machine. That'll move him up to that 6th position. So Cedric there making a couple of moves. He's already up from 9th to 6th. That's 4 positions also there, or 3 positions there for him. So good stuff to see. If you guys making some moves up to the field. As really the battle up front still pretty big. These guys are just straight going at it with Mark Whitley all over the back of Joseph McWhorter. I'm really interested to see how this plays out as they continue to put laps down. As this is lap 3, there's a 35.8 from Joseph with a 35.5 behind there. Mark, a 36.2 for Brandon Hartwell, 36.2 for Hunter Hayward, 36.5 for Stephen Leffler, a 35.5 for Cedric. So Cedric almost putting down the fastest lap that time. So the thing is, it's going to be who manages their stuff, because a 20-lap run here is a long time at this place. It's a lot. You can make up big ground if you're just multiple tenths quicker to people. As we look at the 21 there going through now the new part of the track here at the long version of Sonoma into the carousel down that hill. Very, very fun corner in my opinion. One of my favorite corners in all the road course racing. And it's cool to see the pink cars out there too, Robert. Now you can see Cedric Hunter putting a little pressure on Stephen Leffler. Doing that 72. I tell you what, some of these guys are hopping some curbs out here. They're motocrossing them things. Go through the high-speed corner here, down to the final hairpin. One of the toughest parts of this racetrack. These 4 are all on top of each other. Hunter Hayward, Stephen Leffler, Cedric Hunter, and Jason Anderson.
Yeah, Stephen Leffler looked pretty strong out there in practice.
Yeah, he did.
From what I could see.
He definitely did. The 2 up front here, 36.1 to a 36.3 to a 36.2 behind with Hartwell. So right in pace with each other. Pretty much everybody all the way back to 7. All right in pace with each other. This is very cool to see all these guys running pretty similar lap times up front. And look at Cedric Hunter trying to get to the inside of this 72. Cedric's looking pretty racy. Maybe he's actually using my tips pretty well. I don't know. He had me worried with that qualifying lap as he goes down into the carousel now.
Yeah, you told him to take it easy, and save on the tires, and it will come to you. And from what I'm seeing, that is exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, that was really the biggest tip you could give somebody here at Sonoma, in my opinion, is you can't burn up the rears. You burn up the rears, you're going to have a long run here, and that's not fun. You literally swat flies, not be able to put the power down, and you just see people drive away from you. Just look at this beautiful onboard here we got now. That 72 machine. Budget Simbox racing car here from Steve Leffler. Very, very nice.
A shout out to him. Then there's Zach. If we want to go through our sponsors whenever you want to, sir, you can throw it in there. As we got a new leader, we have Joseph in that 30 taking over the lead over Mark Whitley, his teammate there. 6 laps into this race here, as he gets to go up through the turns, turn 1 to turn 3 to turn 4, up over the hill they go. To Grandma's house they go.
He got the lead on the restart, Robert. He had to lead the whole time. He's led every lap.
I thought Mark Whitley had the lead.
Yeah, he had the pole, but Joseph beat him off the line. But they've been neck and neck the whole time, so it's been right there. But I've been noticing Mark has definitely been stepping the rear end out more than Joseph. So that right there is going to lead to, rear tire wear. As the top 3, though, I'm tell you what, though, Hartwell behind is quicker than them by a whole second. So really, that's looking interesting. And the thing is, Mark and Joseph took off out there, but Hartwell now really starting to put the prowl on with the, I believe, just managing the rears better. We'll have to see if that continues to be a trend. But yeah, let's give a quick shout out to Budget Sim Boxes, since we got Stephen Leffler there. We were riding on board with him in 5th there. He's right behind Hunter Hayward. And So Budget Sim Box is here, a sponsor for Sim Racing Unleashed. If you're a sim racer out there on a budget looking for a button box, then Budget Sim Boxes is your source. With several different sizes, functionality options, Budget Sim Boxes will have a button box that fits your price range without breaking the bank. Budget Sim Boxes is your source of high quality button boxes at an affordable price. Find them on Facebook by searching Budget Sim Boxes, or look for them in the Facebook iRacing flea market. So yeah, you can definitely go check out the Budget Sim Boxes there on Facebook. What a great, like, I'm telling you guys, if you haven't seen these things, Steven does an amazing job on them, and for a great price. Also, must point that out. That's, it's in the name, Budget Sim Box, but I can tell you what, it's definitely high quality at the same time. Like, it's some of the coolest. I just am fascinated that he makes them. That's really, really cool. And shout out to Steven Leffler there. That's the man running Budget Sim Boxes there. So go check them out, and maybe they'll have something there for you that you won't. So look at this, though, as we're talking about Budget Sim Boxes. Cedric Hunter all over the back of the 72 of Steven Leffler, who got checked up a little bit from Hunter Hayward in the 21, side by side down into the carousel. Oh no, it's side by side there. Hunter Hayward kind of missed it. Cedric Hunter backed out of that. He said, well, bad idea, but he's gonna have a good run down to the long drag strip here to the outside. Can he outbrake Steven Leffler?
Wow.
He breaks hard down into there, all the way to the back bumper. The 21's wide, 3 wide.
Wow.
Man, oh man, side by side. Now they go down to S. Steven Leffler is going to take that, and Cedric Hunter tried his best. He looked pretty good there, but just with the 21 washed him wide, he could not get by.
That was
great racing.
Awesome racing, though, man. That was some awesome racing.
That it was. And I can tell you what. Oh no! And Steven Leffler bends. He throws it off track. That's going to let Hunter back by. Now Cedric go to the inside here, down into the hairpin. Can he make the inside work? 72 goes a little wide. Can the 11 put the power down? The 72 does a pretty good job of putting the power down, though.
It's a Hunter show.
Yeah, right? Oh, man, the leader. I just noticed the leader up front just lost a good bit of time. He was trying to pass Robert Cheswick. Almost had a major incident. As this battle here is raging on for the 4th and 5th and 6th positions. We look back here at Bradley Delton 14th. About 17 seconds back from the leader, kind of in his own little part of the racetrack. That's kind of how road course racing goes sometimes. You just get into your own little bubble, and you ride there the rest of the race. But you never know. If you keep it on track, other people make mistakes, you could have a pretty nice lead.
And here's somebody that
Justin Campbell. Yeah.
I don't remember this name.
I believe it's new. I've never seen the name either, Robert. So definitely a new one on my radar. Running in the 10th position, so good top 10 so far for Justin Campbell. He started 20th, to point out. So, running 10th, started 20th, and actually only about a half second slower than the leader last time in a lap. So, there's the 61 off track of James Small. As Michael Yarrow there in the 95 with Brandon Colley now moved up into that 14th position ahead on Michael Yarrow.
See, that's what I was saying. Look at he's bouncing back.
Yeah, that is. You just gotta, it really sucks what happened to him. But the thing is, you can't let that, ruin the rest of your race.
Right.
You gotta bounce back and have a good time passing people, as I would say. So it's doing a good job here, and it's cool to see his paint scheme. That's I like that paint scheme too. Looking very, very nice.
Well, he went from a Chevy to a Ford too.
that he did,
dude. Like, really? You could have went to a Toyota.
Robert would have been a big fan of that.
Yeah. As I'm looking through the field, we don't got no freaking Toyotas in the whole field tonight. What the freaking eggs?
With the freaking eggs.
Yeah.
That's a new one.
Freaking egg and freaking sucking egg. Anyways.
Man, the battle Robert still with Hunter Hayward, Steven Leffler, Cedric Hunter, now Braden Caress in this little train.
No.
Yeah, and then you got Steven Stippian not too far back there in the 8th position. It's they've still been going out with this 21. The 72 is about to get a pretty decent run here, though. Not good enough, though. I thought it looked good, but just couldn't get it to work.
That one looks like a battle for 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Well, no, 8th. So 5th through 8th, 4th through 8th.
Yeah, 4th through 8th, yeah. These guys are all on top of each other.
10 seconds back from the leader, but they're up there fighting away with each other. As you said, Derek, we've got Caress now. He's joining in. Stempian, he's not too far back. He's watching the battle up front of him. And if you know, they keep it up there, Zach, he is gonna catch him.
It's true.
Doesn't take long. As look at these guys. Oh man, are they running into each other? I heard somebody
very close to the back bumper to 72.
Ooh, I heard something. Somebody hit something.
Yeah, when when you're in this position, it's so hard to be patient. It's all about smart racing here, not hurting yourself for the rest of the race. But you are losing time by, if you say you're getting held up, it's very tough at a road course sometimes to get. It's easy to get held up. Personally, it's the 44 off track.
Off again. He's dirt tracking. He's in the wrong vehicle tonight.
Yeah, I think he said, "Are we here, Eldora?"
Yeah, we had Dora. I did better with that truck going sideways. But I bet Leffler feels like he's being hunted.
Yeah, Stephen Leffler. He's kind of the sandwich meat in the sandwich right here.
Oh, he's being hunted by Hunter.
Oh, that's true. You got Hunter in front.
Yeah.
Hunter by. Oh, that's true.
I
get the pun.
Oh,
that's
now
cool.
You get it.
2 pink cars too with the pink. Oh, Braden Caress almost loses it behind.
Oh, I see the smoke.
What a save!
That's gonna help Stempian move up now to 7th position, as he's gonna try to chase down Cedric now. He says, "Hey, I want to join the fun, guys. Don't forget about me."
And the thing I noticed is Cedric is really good in the braking zones, but if you can't just go through somebody, in which I think that's kind of the case what he's got right now. Is he wants to be, look at the 72, a big dive to the bottom. The 21's going definitely.
You can make it work
here. Yeah, it's all about the drive off here. The 72, great drive off there for him.
Steve out on YouTube said that was a great yoke. Oh, man.
Oh, and the 21 come back in the 72, almost get to the inside up the hill.
Hunter Hayward. He actually said, I watched in the Discord there, Zach. He was excited. He was excited for tonight's race.
Yeah, I definitely, and the Cedric going to the inside of the 21. He tried. As we right on board here. Yeah, he definitely was. Unfortunately, didn't have the time. I was supposed to actually, help him a little bit, give him a look over his laps and stuff for him a little bit, but we just didn't have the time to meet up and get together to do it. So, unfortunately, we could not do that, but he's doing a good job right now running that 5th position, trying to hold Cedric Hunter off in that 11 machine here. The biggest thing, he washes a little wide. Is that gonna let Cedric get to the inside? Yep. Yeah, he washed wide there. That let Cedric get to the inside of him. He tried to turn back down, and that's gonna let Cedric by and Steven. As they go with Jason Adams in the, and he gets turned by Steven.
He says, "I drive for Jason." Jason just went for a road.
And look at the lap times. You guys are running 139s and 138s. That's 5 seconds off the pace from what they guys qualified. That just shows you, Robert, 11 laps to this race, and they need to go even more than this.
Tires.
I mean, yeah, especially if you're doing this in a one stop. That's the big thing. Yeah, that lets Cedric Hunter get by Hunter Hayward there. Up into the 5th position now, still left for a few seconds on the road. So they definitely were getting held up a little bit there by the 21. As Hunter Hayward trying to rebound here, put the power down off the 2. And looking at Brandon Hartwell, he's going up on the lap car of David Neese, that 27. We'll go past him here in the carousel. And Hartwell. Oh!
Well, at least he did a 360.
Oh, man, David Neese got in the dirt and spun him. Oh, no.
That's going to open up the door. Yeah, that's going to open the door up for him. As he's going to try to power his way around, and he does. That's going to...
a little wide.
Yeah, just not a... Yeah, a little wide, like you said. But I think he's got the outside line, and he had the preferred line there. Going through the S's now they go. Down the grandma's house?
They had. Yeah, it's unfortunate for Hartwell. And David East is making a little mistake getting off into that dirt there. And that'll definitely send you around. Right, T5. Oh, definitely some frustrations there, I imagine, over the chat. But man, got to settle back down. Like I said, the same thing. Colin there, he lights the tires up. He just spun. That's going to hurt the tires really bad here. But you got to settle down, get your emotions back in check. It's very easy to keep that frustration with you and just make a mistake overdriving the race car. So see if he can get back in check here. And he's got Cedric Hunter right there behind him. Also, Steven Stimpy not too far behind either there. So see how these guys transverse through the rest of this race. As looking at lap times, Lear running a 1:38.37. Mark Whitley 1:38.47, so a 10th faster for Joseph. 1:38.76 for Stephen Leffler. Of course, a 1:45 for Brandon as he got spun. Cedric there with a 1:38.6. Steven Stimpian with a 1:38.35. Hunter Hayward with a 1:38.79. Really, everybody in the top 7 within like 0.3 of each other. That is really the craziest thing about all this. It very, very impressive stuff from all these drivers out here. But the lead that Mark and Joseph put over the field, they've got a pretty good gap unless a caution comes out here to ruin that for them. As they go through the S's here, looking at Brandon Hartwell trying to hold off that Hello Kitty number 11 as they go down into the fastest corner on the racetrack, headed towards the slowest corner on the racetrack. And that's how you create passing zones on a racetrack. So side by, looks like you got to get really close to the tires and hug the inside line. But man, oh man, definitely a great race going on so far. Hasn't lacked battles. That's
Sorry, just laughing at Jason. Jason out here on Facebook. He goes, "I suck. I know it. You don't have to remind me." Oh man.
Hey, road courses are tough, man.
Shit.
It really just takes a lot of laps.
Yeah, it does.
To be able to master them. As you can see, Cedric's still trying to put the pressure on Brandon Hartwell. Hartwell's done a good job to at least make something out of the spun around tires. That's really hard to do. You got Cedric going to look up inside, going down there, and he's going to be on the outside in this braking zone. Can he outbrake the 5? Hard braking. I think he will. A little lockup, but it'll be side by side. Here's the key. Can you get the power down off of the exit? Going to be side by side. You don't want to be side by side here in the S's. Hartwell does a smart job and lifts out of it. That's Cedric Hunter up to 4th from 9th. Good run for him as he's going to try to track down maybe Stephen Leffler. He wants to try to get himself on that podium position. Great racing there, and that's a classic pass right there. That's how you set somebody up. And not gonna lie, I'm actually pretty proud of Cedric right there. That's exactly how I told him to set up a pass, and he did it. So he was listening. He wasn't just mindlessly sitting there. It looks like Brandon Colley too. He's got up to 11th now, Robert too. So he's up to 11th back from that beginning start. He's got a pretty far road ahead of him to get to Justin T. Campbell. Lap time wise, 1:39.35 to Justin's 1:42. 1:39.5 and Bradley Delph, a 1:39.0 to Braden Caress.
Oh, he's coming into pit road and did
man.
There is a turn there. Hey Brandon, there's a turn there. He
sent it in there.
He sent it. He didn't more than send it. He's like, screw it. I'm just going in there. I think he's frustrated. That's what I think it is.
And it is kind of deceiving too, and I imagine the frustration is still there. The early race spin there that really ruined his race for him. But he's gonna come here. I probably imagine he'll get the fast repair and undercut. Big thing here he's trying to do is undercut to be able to get into that top 10, I believe.
I wonder if he just said, you know what, I got a fast repair, send it in, I get in the pit road a lot faster than anybody else.
Joseph. A little contact from Jason Adams in the 24. Doesn't like nothing too
Whoa,
major.
look at these two guys.
The 24. Oh,
into the wall. Not wall, but into the tires. He never turned. Well, anyways, I was saying with Brandon, I bet you 10 to 1. He said, I'm going to make up some time by dive bombing it in pit road, hit the wall. I'm going to use my fast repair and then get out. I bet you. I bet you.
That's the crazy thing. The competitor in my mind actually came out right there and said, what if you just kind of wall rode that right there?
Yep.
Just send it in there hard as you possibly can and go as fast as possible in that entry, and then just make sure you get it slowed down before pit road and then get your fast repair.
Yeah.
And I was actually thinking the same exact thing, Robert. I was like, that might not be a bad strategy. Gain a little time.
Right? You gain time. I mean, why not? It's not like, if you really need that extra fast repair. I mean, you're going to go off track and wreck it. You're screwed either or either way. It don't matter.
Definitely are. Looking at Justin there in the 30. Yeah. I mean, that's funny you said that because literally I was thinking that in my mind, like, man, that actually might be not a bad idea just to send it in there. Oh, Joseph, a big wiggle. That could have been.
All right, everybody that's listening to the broadcast, when you make your pit stop, just mail it in there.
Yeah, I've never even thought about that. In the back in the day at Race the Freaks, we had what is it? Fast fix.
Yeah.
And I never thought to do that. That would have been a good idea, actually.
And that's why we don't have fast fixes. So if you want to do that, go ahead.
Yeah, your right side won't be there no more.
Exactly.
Is that Cedric Hunter hit pit road? Cedric Hunter hit pit road. Yeah. He does not use the Brandon College strategy of knocking the wall down.
Oh, I would have. All right, on to another subject here as we watch Cedric now come down pit road here.
So we do, and he's doing a pretty big undercut here. I think he said, you know what, time's evened out. I want to get ahead. It's hard to pass.
Yeah,
he's seen that. He was behind Leffler for a while there. That's who he's kind of racing. I don't think his focus is on the win. I think his focus is getting ahead of that 72. So he's going to come down here and get him some fresh tires and some fuel and pull out. And there comes Hunter Hayward there right in front of him in the pit road as we look at Mark Whitley there. About 2.2 seconds back, almost 3 seconds back now of leader Joseph in the quarter. Mark's doing a good job to hang in there. But Joseph's just been really, really strong and keeping his pace up. Yeah. This track right here is such a beautiful scenery, Robert. That's one thing I love about this track.
I like the drag
strip. The cars everywhere. Yeah, it really is cool. Like, I like the other layout too, but I personally like this layout just a little bit more. It's a little more technical in my opinion. It gives you a little bit more area to be as a driver better and faster than your competition. I feel like the other track, you were kind of splitting hairs to get faster. Look at Mark Whitley going to use the undercut here. He says, you know what? 24 to go. Oh, man, I think Jason Adams had a ride up the hill in the 24. Got a little bump from the 11 of Cedric Hunter. Because that's the thing. If you do this undercut, you cannot get held up by lap traffic. That is the key to put in super fast laps here while you have clean racetrack. And that's literally very, very crucial. You see here, Mark Whitley doing his pit service. Looks like he's been there a good time. I see there as he comes off pit road now. Exits into turn 1. Does Joseph come down next time, Robert? That's the question. I think you kind of have to if you're Joseph, personally. Are you still there, Robert?
Yeah, I'm here. Oh, sorry, I was muted. I was
I thought I thought my sound went out.
Nope. I'm still tweaking out little bugs here and there for the stream for everybody, so do apologize. I thought I told you I'd be right back, but I guess not.
Oh, no, my bad. And look, Joseph does come down this time. I thought he would. I was about to say, you need to come, son, very soon, son. As, did Hartwell come down? No, I don't believe. No, Steven left.
No, it looks like, let's see what Steven does here. He stays
Wow.
out another lap. Let's see what Steven Stemp does. Yeah, he stays out another lap. See what Brandon Caress does here. He's going to bring it down to turn 11, and he's staying out.
Yeah, and Steven Leffler actually had a pretty big moment. He actually spun the car on that last lap.
Oh.
So he is definitely going to need to try to rebound from that. I think Cedric's definitely going to jump him with the pit sequence. But we'll have to see how that all plays out. As does Mark come out ahead of Joseph is the question. He does, in a good bit ahead. I'm telling you, undercut is super powerful. Mark Whitley to the lead, or the lead when the other gentleman's pit. And, man, we're going to have a battle on our hands for this win at some point.
Once pit cycles cycle around, we'll be able to see how far did he come out on him. About 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a considerable more. And Joseph spins it. Joseph just bottled it.
Yeah, he did.
And that's what I'm saying. You get undercut and then you try to push. And the 6 almost hits him.
No.
This
And the 13
missing him.
Demo Derby.
Man, oh man. And I'm telling you what, that is I don't want to say game over, but that's game over for Joseph.
Yeah, now he's
going
really
to need a caution.
That or run it really hard. But you just seen when you run it really hard, you take the risk of wiping it out, and he bottlenecked it, like you like to call it.
Yeah, that is so unfortunate for him. He's going to be very frustrated with that. That puts Cedric Hunter up into what would be P2 once we get back to the eventual run. But man, oh man, that's so unfortunate for him. That's the thing I said, Robert. When you get undercut, you push to try to get that lead back. He just pushed a little too hard in that section where it's very, very slippery. I must say that section he wrecked in, very easy to do. And now Mark Whitley. If I'm Mark Whitley, this race right here is all about now manage. Do not overdrive. Focus on hitting your line and just be smart. As look at Michael Yara and Brandon Golly here in the 12th and 13th position.
It's not a bad rebound for Brandon there for Collie,
Definitely not. 2
positions out of the top 10, at least as of right now.
Yeah, and Caress still out here running 140s. Leffler still running 139. I see that what they're playing here, the strategy they're going to go long here and then pit late. In my opinion, it's just not a good idea at a road course like this. You really want to utilize that undercut.
Well, yeah, because they're going to be losing so much ground once they have to pit.
I mean, Mark Whitley on new tires compared to Steven Leffler, the leader right now, he is literally 4 seconds a lap faster.
Yeah.
As Mark Whitley trying to pass Braden Caress, he's got to be smart here. He's on the ragged edge. If I'm him, man, you got to back it down. You got a 10-second lead back to Joseph now, who's your main competition here. You got to back it down and not burn the rears up. If you got here and burn the rears up and make a mistake, and then you give up the win. I mean,
yeah,
you just got to have some racecraft, in my opinion, there to just back it down, You ain't got to put down purple lap times every time,
Right.
It's literally all about now just keeping the car on the racetrack and not overdoing it. So we'll see how that plays out. Here, look at Braden, or it looks like getting passed by Cedric, and I think Brandon Hartwell is still on the mold tires. That's the thing. See, look, Cedric's already passed them, and he hadn't even made a pit stop. And Cedric was literally just ahead of Brandon before the pit stop sequence. That shows you how much time these guys have lost. I mean, you're kind of putting yourself now, and you got to make up a whole pit stop's distance in 20 laps.
Ain't happening.
Yeah, I don't see that.
It ain't happening.
especially with the way times even out. That's the thing, you know. I mean, yeah, if you're running like 140s and 141s and you're falling off that far, then yeah, you're going to be struggling with these undercuts. But if you can keep your pace, I mean, Steven Leffler was running 139s consistently every lap, as he did pit that last time by now. And he's a good, I'd say, 10 to 15 seconds behind Cedric Hunter.
What's the fuel run here? Because he just basically split the race in half.
31. So you could have gone another 10 laps, but like I said, it's just at that point, it's not valuable to do.
Right. Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, and Joseph's starting to catch Cedric here. I think Cedric needs to be smart about this too. Joseph's got a little bit fresher tires. You don't need to play too many games with Joseph, especially, you know, Joseph's frustrated. He was battling for a win. I think Cedric's actually going to let it by. Smart move by Cedric there. He's just going to pull to the left, let Joseph by. That right there is the type of races that will get you good finishes when you know when not to battle the battles that you need to battle. There's no reason to hold someone up that's faster than you.
No. And that's at any track.
Yep. I can't echo that enough. Did you battle someone that's faster than you, you're either going to get dumped by that person by frustrating them, or you're going to slow both of you down, and you're just going to push yourself back into your competition that you're racing. You gotta focus on who you're racing. You know what I'm saying? And it's definitely a good move there. Is now Joseph gets by Braden Caress. Cedric Hunter going to the outside, getting around Braden Caress also. So that pushes Braden Caress back to the 4th position, as he is yet to pit. Still, like I said, I don't think that's the optimal strategy there. As these guys go through here, and tell you what, it's gonna be interesting. See how it all plays out. Joseph only 7.3 back. Last time by a 135.3 to Mark Whitley's 136.4. So he's gonna have to put in great lap times, but I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not out of this ballpark yet for him to run him down if he's got the pace. I mean, he's gonna have to show it this time if he wants it. That's for sure. And that's another reason why I say Mark really just needs to be smart and manage his stuff. So, because it's going to be diminishing returns. There's 1 lap fresher tires at some point, and you know, if you got here and burn your stuff up trying to keep running away, as it's 6.1 now. So continuing to decrease that gap. Mark ran a 137 last time. That's not going to get it done. Really bad lap there last time by him. So going to have to pick it up if he wants to hold off Joseph here for this win. You can see Joseph going down to head to the carousel where he made his mistake earlier in this race. Looking very strong, though. We'll have to see if he can continue to reel that number 77 in. And I'll tell you what, if he comes back to pull this off, that's going to be one hell of a drive. Go down to the S's here at Sonoma. And wow, we right here are looking at this. Let's give a quick shout out to SRU's and our sponsors here for tonight's race. If you're ready for that, Robert. Sorry, I didn't even think about that.
Oh, no. Go ahead and give them a shout out. I don't got the logo set up for this screen.
10-4. Okay, well, let's first give a shout out to Sim Racing Unleashed, is one of their amazing sponsors here tonight, and that is American Hero Hunt. American Hero Hunt is a nonprofit 501c3 organization that gets veterans and first responders into the outdoors. Free hunting, fishing, and camping adventures that are therapeutic, educational, and rewarding, all to give back to the heroes that have sacrificed so much for this great nation. Find hero hunt entries and more information about American Hero Hunt at facebook.com/American Hero Hunt, and definitely go check them out. What a great organization that is here, sponsoring Sim Racing Unleashed Cup Series here tonight at Sonoma Raceway. And we also got to give a shout out to our sponsors, and that is Rocket Racing Setups. Rocket Racing Setups is, oh no, I just maximized my screen so I can't see. Rocket Racing Setups is your one-stop shop for all your iRacing setup needs. They have been dominating the dirt since 2017, and after a short break, they have rebuilt and are ready to rocket their customers back to the front of the pack in 2020. They're producing setups from dirt oval, asphalt oval, road, pro trucks, rallycross, and currently they have multiple setup builders working for them doing setup packs, booklets, and coaching lessons, and much more. And remember, you can check out Rocket Racing Setups at www.rocketracingsetups, and we also have a promo code for 10% off at rocketracingsetups.com, and that promo code is DLAM09. So DLIA. Oh, yeah, sorry, DLAM. DLAM09. So remember that is 10% off code there to get their open setups, and what a great sponsor they're here at Freaky Pass. We thank them for coming on board and for all their iRacing open setup needs. And we also got to give a shout out to the to ButtKicker. Feel what you've been missing. Remember the ButtKicker Gamer 2, one of their amazing products. Every game deserves a truly immersive experience. The ButtKicker Gamer 2 lets you feel every detail from the subtle footsteps to a rumble of a V10 powered race car, from ambient environmental effects to the power of a nearby explosion. By moving a physical mass instead of only air, the Gamer 2 provides instant, accurate, powerful base response, and it's perfect. It's all perfectly synced with every game with no additional software required. Remember to check out the ButtKicker Gamer 2 at buttkicker.com. And yeah, they got great products over there, and we thank them for being an amazing sponsor here at Freaky Pass. So shout out to all our sponsors here. Now we look at a little battle about to kick off with the breast cancer awareness here, Robert, with Hunter Hayward with right in front of Steven Stipien. Now look at Michael Yarrow 10th. And Brandon Colley, no,
to it.
Off track. He will fall back to the 11th position now. Unfortunate for Colley there, because now we look at this battle. Steven Stipien trying to set up Hunter Hayward for that 5th position.
Oh, hello.
A little bumpy dump.
He said, hello, I'm here. Well, if anybody don't mind real quick, too, out there on YouTube or Facebook, if you don't mind, let me know how the audio sounds, if I need to do any adjustments, make Zach louder, me louder, the game quieter, can you hear the car engines okay? Things like that, if you don't mind. As I said last night, Zach, we went to a new platform, to a new motherboard and get ready for the 5000 series. Ooh. As Steven is saying, meet, move that pink Xfinity junk car out of the way. And nothing against Hunter, just Xfinity's junk, if you ask me. Anyway, so
yeah, and you know, really that bump right there. Oh, that's a good little bump. Oh, and he got him sideways. That's gonna definitely let Steven get by there up into the 5th position. Let's see if Hunter can come back at him.
I was going to say, now does Hunter get back up to him and say, okay, buddy, you're going to give me that? I'm going to give it right back to you.
Definitely some interesting racing there. But, yeah, you know, Steven, you know, personally, it's hard to pull off a bump and run, and he did it. Oh, no, he almost went off track. That could have been bad. And look, it opens up the door. Hunter, here he comes.
I'm telling you, Hunter catches up because Hunter is fast in certain areas of the track. It's faster than Steven, so there might be a little bumpy bump here. A little payback, if that's what we want to call it. And yes, got cross-platform working now, everybody.
Ooh, nice.
Looks like I need to refresh it because it's double. Okay, I'll refresh that, but
I tell you what,
double check.
Last time by, Joseph about half a second quicker, so it's down to 4.3 with 14 to go. If he's a half a second quicker each lap, he gets there. But he's got to continue to hit nice laps. You cannot have a bad lap. This is all right now about hitting the perfect lap time, and we'll see if Joseph can pull it off. It's gonna be tough.
Well, let's see if Joseph can make up any ground here, Zach. He is 3 seconds. 2.9. He is faster than Mark.
Oh,
he's catching him.
He made a lot of time there. I don't know if Mark got held up. No, Mark really didn't get held up too much by the lap car there.
No, but oh look, rear tires are heated, like you said. You can see he's sliding it.
Yeah, he definitely is. And the closer Joseph gets to him, the more pressure Mark's going to feel, and the more he's going to want to push it, and the more there's mistake-prone possibilities. He is wicked loose right now from what I'm watching. That's what I said. You know, at that point in the race, when he had about a 10-second lead over Joseph, he really just needed to manage it more. I don't know if he's having trouble keeping the rears under him, but that comes down a lot of times to management, and just got to do a better job of keeping the tires under you. As now we'll see when they cross the line how big a lead this is.
Well,
3.5. So,
and where does he run into lap traffic? Considering Mark, does slow down lap traffic depending on where you're out in the track. Sometimes there is nothing you can do except slow down.
From what I'm looking at, Mark is definitely making some mistakes. He went wide in turn 2, going wide right there to Joseph, hitting his marks very well and just being very, very smart about his lap. And you can see it's under 2 seconds.
Oh yeah, look at a bunch of time now he picked up there. Huge.
This will be a heck of a drive for Joseph to get to Mark.
2.6. He was 3.5 when Mark made that big wide turn there. Lap times. Yeah, Joseph ran last time a 137 to Mark's 138. Fastest lap is Brandon, but he just pitted on lap 24, so he ran a 136. He's moving himself up to 7th position. Oh, he's back here battling it with Brendan Caressa, looks like. Oh, wait, no, he was blinking in and out. Never mind, do apologize.
Yeah, he's about 4 seconds back, but he's definitely gaining on Braden there. About a second lap. You got to also understand Braden's on newer tires too, so he's running a 137.2. These guys waited really long to pit. I mean, I understand they did that, but you can see they gave up so much time. There's no gaining back what they lost. Too little time.
Jason, to let you know, trying to go back on a replay here on road courses with the software we use is not happening. Nothing against anybody out there on replays, but anytime somebody goes off track, it triggers my data, and you should see my data right now. It's every second somebody's off track. Like, I just watched Lane off track, Robert off track, Lane went off track. I mean, it doesn't stop. It just keeps going.
Oh, yeah, Lane parked up there in the top down there. So.
Yeah, so trying to keep up with, like, who went off track, it's yeah, there it went again. Stephen Leffler went off track. Lane went off track. Brandon went off track. Jason Anderson. Brandon Cawley, Stephen Leffler. Yeah, so I just ignore it.
Yeah, it's left and right, and I think we got what happened on Steven Stippian and Hayward there. Oh, actually, we didn't actually. So Hunter got back ahead of Steven.
Oh, he did too. Yeah, I do apologize. I wish I could go back and see what happened, but again, like I said, anytime a tire goes off track, it triggers my data because it's off track.
Oh, it really, what it looked like is just Steven just missed the corner on the back straightaway. This corner we're going into now on 27, he just really missed the corner, went wide. So he'll have to get back to Hunter Hayward and really
redo it again.
Big slide there for him. Yeah, it's gonna be tough to run that back down though. It's when you heat up the tires like he has with 11 to go. And I tell you what, Mark pulled 2/10 that last time by. So Joseph's got to settle back down. You're gaining a lot. Yeah, I can see him, though. He's really slipping the rears, though, now in that 30. And if he loses this race by a couple seconds, he's really going to be feeling pretty bad about this one, I got to say.
Well, stay tuned for the interview. We'll have to see what he feels about tonight's race here. Now, how far in the point standings is Brandon Cawley in points? Right now he's running, where's he at here? In 10th position. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. Got Justin T. Campbell there behind him who's running a little bit quicker at this moment. as Collie was the first guy to pit. So Collie's feeling the extent of that tire wear, and he's still got 10 laps to go in this thing. So,
well, how's he looking in the point standing? Who's second in points on him?
I believe let me look that up real quick, Robert.
If you don't mind.
These guys real quick. Get all that information for us here. Let's see point standings, Cup Series. All right, so Collie they were dead tied, him and Steven Stippian. So whoever finishes ahead tonight,
wow,
yeah, they were tied for the points lead with Todd Neese 3 behind. And I believe Todd Neese did not race yet. He did not.
No, he did not. So that's gonna hurt him in points.
Definitely is. Dave Bush also did not race, I believe, and he's 19 behind. So Steven Leffler looking to move up to the top 3 in points now. And he's 19, or Steven Leffler is 24 behind Collie, so he's having a good race. In 4th, he'll be able to gain a good little bit there. But yeah, with Steven Stippian there running in 6th, Brandon Collie in 10th. Brandon Collie would be losing the points lead. But a good recovery. We got to point out that he got spun on the very first lap.
Right.
So.
Right. Oh, well, the good thing about it all is, too, though, well, not good for Brandon, though, because he's going to lose basically 4 points, and he's going to have to, if you start tallying up the races, he's going to have to finish 1 position better than Steven to try to gain all the points that he has losing tonight. You know what I mean? 1 position per race, or if he finishes 2 positions, you know what I mean? So he's going to be playing the catch-up game of trying to stay ahead of Steven for the rest of the season. And that can be an upfield battle, climb to try to be able to do something like that, especially with Stempien being a pretty tough competitor.
Definitely is. It'll be interesting to see. I know don't believe there's nothing for the regular season, for being the regular season point leader. I think all these guys go back to, straight 2,000 points once the playoffs come into effect. So nothing too much to game, but it's still that confidence that, hey, man, I led the points throughout the whole regular season. That gives me a good chance to maybe pull this thing off. As Mark Whitley that time about 0.3 slower, so this is only 2.4 back, but he's coming up on some lap traffic. Can he get by cleanly is going to be the key going into this next corner. Oh, it's so hard sometimes for lap traffic. I as a driver, you're frustrated. You're like, oh, get out of my way. As actually Joseph's brought another 2 seconds now. You're like, get out of my way. But as a lap car, you're just like, you're like, where do I go?
Yeah.
This is a road course. There's one line. Yeah.
You just see what Mark, he just slid that thing coming out down off that hill.
I can tell you what, that's not going to help the tire cause. You can see, look how much Willie's having to put in to turn that thing back to the right. Joseph.
1.6 now.
Now the question is, when Joseph's get there, how hard does Mark make it as their teammates? And when does Joseph have to use the bumper? As Mark actually really good through the S's. Mark did a great job through that part of the track to actually gain back about 0.3 from Joseph. It's just always close on exit there in the high-speed corner. Looks like Joseph gains a little bit there, but these lap cars are coming up. Gonna be tough. They get by the 24. The 24 is gonna let the 30 by. See this time by how close Joseph is. 1.666 behind Mark Whitley.
You can see him. He's right there. He's right there, Zach.
Yeah, he ran 0.8 quicker that last lap. So it's getting into the action now. I think for the last 8 laps here, it's going to be on. But he cannot make a mistake. You see how close he was when he came out of pits. He was about 2 seconds back. He made a mistake right here on the track. You can't do that same thing. You can't over push. That's what I was saying. Like you overdo it and you mess up and you lose time. If you just underdrive the car just a little bit, drive it to your capability, you got this. And it's 1.1 now. It's getting close. They got lap cars coming up in the S's. A terrible spot to catch lap cars. The worst spot personally. because it's literally one lane through all this heading up track up here. And if Mark catches this lap car ahead of him, he's going to lose a lot of time. That's where Joseph loses time. Mark is a lot better through that last section right there as the lap car pulls to the left. Lets Mark pull back out. And I'll tell you what, Mark is really, really good through the section right before the S's and leading up to the S's. Joseph's going to catch the lap car here. Great job for Gomez getting out the way and let these guys race it out here for the win.
Yeah, I'm trying to see where, Joseph is stronger than Mark in what section. I don't know. They're pretty equal. It's just this all comes down to who messes up.
And that time by right there, Joseph lost time. So gotta be smart here and not overdo it. You still got 7 laps. That's an eternity on a road course.
Yeah.
You see 7 laps at an oval, you're like, I gotta get this done. With 7 laps here, that's literally over 10 minutes of racing. So it's still plenty of time in this. You just got to be methodical. You cannot overdo it. I stressed that all night long, overdoing it. Where Joseph is better is in this section. Ooh, excuse me. As he really is really good through here. Where you'll see Mark, you see the gaps down almost under a second through the carousel. Very, very strong through that corner is Joseph. But after this next corner, this is where Mark's really good. You'll probably see that time go back up to right above a second as Mark gets a really straight shot down this straightaway here. We'll see if Joseph can put the power down as they go towards the S's. This is where Mark's been a lot better than him, in my opinion. You can see already 1.2, 1.3, 1 point almost 4. This section right here is Mark's bread and butter of the track. Joseph's is in the early section, so it just shows you different speeds around this racetrack, but a great battle going on as they'll come by this time at 6 go. As you go into the hairpin, Joseph's a little bit better in the hairpin, especially see Mark wash up the racetrack in the hairpin. That lets Joseph gain a few tenths there. Mark will get a little bit better drive off with that higher, line there. It gets a little straighter. Joseph gained back what he lost right there on that lap. So 6 tenths faster for Joseph that time by. And we actually are going to have a battle here too for 4th or it looks like 5th and 6th. But Hunter Hayward, actually now Steven Stippian has had a problem. Never mind, sorry about that. He looks like he had a major issue going into one of the corners. So yeah, that battle is pretty much over. As now it's really down to these top 2, Robert. 6 to go. It's all out. It's white knuckles at this point. And right there, Joseph at the top of the hill. Joseph at the top of the hill is so much better than Mark. He gained so much time right through the top of the hill section. You can see he is literally there. This is the best section for Mark, though. We gotta point that out. We'll look at Joseph, nice and tight. That's why I think Mark really gets a good shot down here. He's a little wider, carries a little more speed on that exit. It does hurt him through the corner, but through the S's, Mark is really quick, but he can't overdo it.
These guys, you can see the intensity starting to pick up. They're actually taking these cars and going up a little farther over the rumble strips to try to gain any little extra track position that they can.
And Joseph is almost within striking distance. Mark loses the rear. It's going to open up the door. Joseph is going to be here on this lap. It's going to be on with 5 to go here at Sonoma Raceway. Who's going to come back to win this thing? How hard do they race? Almost to the back bumper. This is where Joseph's really strong. Look at this. Watch this up this hill right here. Right here, Joseph really keeps it tight. Mark cannot keep it to the curb. That lets Joseph almost get to the inside. He's sliding.
Oh.
Joseph looking all over the place. It's going to be on.
Oh, there you go, Zach.
What a race. Where's he going to do it at, Mark Whitley? Overshooting that corner, definitely sliding. Both sliding all over the place. All to the back bumper.
Oh, my God. Hang on. Ooh, baby.
Sideways. They're racing for the win here at Sonoma Raceway. This is going to be very interesting. Mark's going to get a pretty good little launch out of there. Get a nice little sizable gap. Give him something going down in here into the hard braking zone. Mark's really hard on the brakes. He's really losing the rear. He's got to be careful with that. That's Joseph lighting the rears up too. That's why I said this track is so rear limited. Oh man, Mark
you
heavy.
See, yeah.
Whew. That's a dangerous curve. Joseph, hold her, buddy.
Oh, and Mark too.
Mark's gonna run up on the lap car. Robert Cheswick going down to the high-speed corner. That's gonna compromise him.
Oh my gosh.
That lets Joseph gain back what he lost there in the S's. Joseph's a lot better through the hairpin here. You can see the tighter corner he could take.
Wow.
Now, when does Joseph get the bumper? These guys are lighting the tires up down the straightaway. That tells you how bad the rears are. They're running 140s right now. Their slowest laps of the race. You're going to see him. He's opening it up. Look, he's going to open this up here. Can he get to the outside? Good power down. Joseph's almost there. What a race between these two. Mark all over the curves, getting dead sideways. These guys are going at it. These cars are not driving good right now. And, oh, Joseph all over the back bumper. Mark almost loses it. Oh, this is getting tight, Robert. Mark Whitley really loose there. Joseph up the inside, maybe into the carousel. Mark closes the door. Man.
Oh, my goodness.
This is an interesting situation, too. You got teammates battling here, Robert. I've been in this situation multiple times. You never want to get into your teammate, but at this point, you're like, I'm faster. I need to go and win this race. And I Joseph's really using the rears up, too, right now on the exits. He's got to be smart here. Because if he wants anything from Mark is so good through the S's compared to Joseph. Joseph really needs to pick up his S's if he wants to be able to have a good shot at this. It's very interesting to see the different, the differing speeds over the racetrack here for these guys. But the big thing is that it's in Mark's ball court. Oh, and Joseph gets in there and turns him. They both go around, and they're both inside. This is interesting. Here comes Cedric. Cedric is coming. Oh my goodness gracious! What a thing! These guys have spun both their tires up. They're lighting them up. Cedric is 3 seconds back. And you'll see the pink car there in the background. This is going to get interesting. These guys get into it one more time. Cedric Hunter might be sitting in the perfect position to pull out this victory. And both these guys have lit their tires up. These guys are not going to have great tires here at the end. Can Cedric Hunter close in and get the win? Wow, this is going to turn out to be something crazy, Robert. We're on 3 to go. Mark Whitley losing it into that corner. He's going to be done. Joseph McWhorter to the lead. Now Cedric Hunter up the second. What a turn of events. Can Cedric Hunter run him down? Does Joseph hold on here? It's going to be tough. It's going to be interesting. Man, oh man, it's happening right now.
Well, you said it. They lit the rear tires up, and look what happens.
Cedric is coming. Wow. And
what did you preach to Cedric at the beginning of this race? Save your rear tires.
Yeah, that's the key. And Cedric is within 1.8 now of this lead. 1.7 with 2 to go. He was 3 seconds back to start the slap. I don't even know. Joseph is sliding. It's gonna come down to if Joseph. I think Joseph could rebound here if he could he's just got to put together a decent lap and not overheat the rears too much. It's a 1.6 second lead here with 2 to go. Who can pull off this win? Mark Whitley 6.1 now behind. Joseph there getting off the top of the hill. Cedric Hunter starting from 9th. Who would have thought he would have had a shot at this 10 laps ago?
He was 10 seconds behind before them two got into each other.
That's right, and it's easy to make a mistake, Robert. Joseph can't just, ride around here. Cedric's going to push him to the full extent here. Ooh. Man, I want to be out on track. I'm jealous of these guys. This looks like so much fun. What a race, man. Really with 1.5 laps to go, Joseph started to pull back out there. He settled down. The thing is, like I said, if you get 1 lap under you where you can settle it back down, woosah, calm down, and just hit your marks. And if Joseph can do that, he will pull his victory off. But all it takes is one slip up, and Cedric's there.
Yeah, one slip up, and he's done.
As Mark now 7.1 back, his tires are definitely shot.
Yeah, he's done. And you don't really have Stevens 21 seconds behind, so he's well ahead of 4th position. He doesn't have to worry about that. He just needs to finish the race and say, okay, it is what it is.
We coming to the white flag this time.
1.4.
1.3. It's within distance here. If Joseph makes a mistake, white flag in the air, one final time around the Sonoma Raceway. Who's going to come back your winner? We've seen crazy stuff here all night. Cedric Hunter now up to 2nd. A little bit of curb grab. That's not ideal. He lit the rears up right there. So Joseph's got a decent gap. He's got to be smart here. Do not overdrive it. Cedric has to put together a perfect lap if he wants to catch him. You cannot overdrive this car. And you're seeing he's doing a good job right now, not overdoing it. A little loose there in the carousel area. Coming down to the carousel, downhill. Very, very tough corner. Hitting his marks right on the curb. This is going to be interesting. 1.2. 1.3. What a race we've had here tonight, Sonoma. Down into the hard braking zone. This area where you can make a mistake. We'll have to see coming down to the final turn. I'll tell you what, Cedric did a good job to close a pretty good amount right there through that corner.
Yeah, I don't think it's enough, though.
Through the S is Cedric Hunter starting to close it down. 0.8 of a second here. Joseph puts the power down. He does a good job. He needs to hit 2 more corners. 2 more corners here at Sonoma. Who's going to come back the victor? We don't know. Cedric Hunter pushing it hard on the outside. Joseph got a good run down here. Just needs to back it up.
Whoa, he sends it. He sends it. He tried.
Lost the rear. He tried.
Yeah, well, give him all the credit. Why not? He tried. He tried.
Whew. What a race. Joseph McWhorter is your winner. Man, oh man, we just seen some epic racing there. Cedric Hunter comes home 2nd. Looks like Mark Whitley will bring it home in 3rd. Woo!
Wow.
I'm telling you what a race. What a race.
Wow. Congratulations. That was crazy.
Whew. Man, I'm sure Joseph is one happy gentleman.
Yeah, I would be too. But all right, well, we'll get ready for our post-race interview here tonight with Joseph McWhorter. Cedric Hunter bringing it home 2nd, with Mark Whitley unfortunately leading the pretty many laps out there tonight. He's going to bring it home 3rd, with Stephen Leffler in 4th, and rounding out your top 5 here tonight with Sim Racing Unleashed at Sonoma Raceway will be Brandon Hartwell. But all right, well, we'll be back within 2 minutes, so stay tuned for tonight's post-race interview.
All right, we're back here with Sim Racing Unleashed Cup Series at Sonoma Raceway after an amazing race. Man, that was what a finish. We have our top 3 finishers here tonight. In the winner, Joseph McWhorter, 2nd place Cedric, and 3rd place Mark Whitley. We'll get a talk in with pole setter Mark Whitley, who came down to the very end of the race there between them guys. Let's see what he has to say about that ending. Hey, Mark, it's Zach up in the booth, buddy. You got a copy?
I got you loud and clear.
Hey, man, well, You did your best job to hang on there at the end, man. I'm telling you what, you were out there driving like it was dirt. I was we were talking about it. You were out there sliding around, doing your best to hold off just there, and just a little bit of contact between y'all two. It sent y'all around, and then man, I just you probably I guess the tires were just done from then.
I tried to short pit and he didn't notice, so I should have kept my mouth shut so he could have run a couple more laps so I could have had a bigger lead. But he noticed just in time for him to pit the next lap, so I wasn't able to undercut him as much as I wanted. But yeah, I figured I was trying to save tires, and I thought I was that run, but I guess I must have used them up more than I thought. And then he was getting near me. The lap before that, it was pretty much the same thing where I was trying to run a little bit wider to get a better exit, and he was kind of going in there shallow trying to get a better entrance. And just kind of met in the middle. He was down there, and I didn't know he was going to be down there that quick, but I was just trying to go out a little bit wider, and I don't know, maybe I was hoping to be able to get away from there, but when I get sideways like that, light the rear tires up like I'm an NHR drag car, but kept it going, and then going into that right-hander going into the inner part of the track, I just got on the brakes either a little too late or a little bit too much, and the back end kicked out, and I was like, well, I can try to save this, but I'm probably still going to go off the track, so I just floored it and tried to loop it around and keep going to lose as little time as possible. And after that, I was just trying to just ride and just finish third at that point. I mean, I knew I wasn't going to catch them again unless they wrecked each other, but it was not too bad, I guess.
Yeah, it was great for us up here, man. Y'all put on a heck of a show. It was fun to watch. I'm definitely jealous. I wanted to be out there after watching that out there brawling with you guys. But
probably been
man,
a half a track in front of all of us.
well, you never know. I mean, I do like this place, but I appreciate the compliment there. But yeah, man, what a race for y'all night. The big thing I noticed when Joseph was filling that gap in on you, and I was telling Robert, it's so tough to have someone running you down at a road course because you try to get that little bit more each time and just try to hold them off, and then they get in your mirror. It's even tougher. But what I really noticed was he was a lot better than you through really the first, I'd say, 6 or 7 turns after the carousel. But through the S's, man, you were killer through there. You gap him about a couple tenths usually every time through the S's. Is that what you kind of felt from the driver's seat too?
See, it seemed like my best part was the S's and then maybe the very first turn, but I don't know, I've just ever since even the old layout, the S has always been my most favorite part of the track. I feel like I got a pretty good rhythm down. Compared to when I was looking at other people, I feel like my line's a little bit different. Most people, they're trying to keep off those curbs, and I'm really using them to help turn the car. But yeah, once he got really close, and I knew he was about 2.5 seconds, and then caught some laugh traffic, and I kind of got distracted with them, and he got right up on me, and then it was more or less just try to cut off any momentum he'd have where he couldn't, have to check up or something. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Like I said, I was trying to save tires there, but I guess I must have been driving it harder than I thought. I guess driving out there by yourself, it's harder to judge and ride behind somebody. That whole first run, I pretty much followed him the whole time. I didn't really realize it, but at the beginning, I took off in second gear. He took off in first gear and had way better launch than me, so it was pretty much just a follow the leader at that point. But I'll take it. Third place ain't too bad.
Yeah, that's right, man. I preached it all night up here in the booth. Is those rear tires? It's literally a work of art to keep them things under. You, like you said, you can feel like you're not even really burning them up, and you are. So it's definitely very, very tough. Good race on you, man, here tonight, pulling off third. I know you wanted to pull that victory off, but I tell you what, you came real close, and you did everything in your power. So you can't complain about that. But congrats on third. Anybody wants to shout out to you before we let you go?
Just shout out to the fans. Shout out to my parents. I know they're watching at home. Shout out to my teammates. You might have given me a little bit of bump there, but I mean, it was just hard racing is what it was. So I'm glad he won the race. Maybe you can get him next time we come to this track and try to give him a little bit better run for it.
10-4, buddy. Well, congrats on third again, man, and we'll catch you next Saturday or Sunday.
Sounds good.
All right, that was Mark Whitley, your third place finisher tonight here after sitting on the pole, and what a battle between him and his teammate Joseph McWhorter. And it came to a little bit of blows there. That was fun to watch, Robert, between them two, and get an interview from him. But we will go on to second place here with my good buddy Cedric Hunter and my teammate. See what his thoughts are. Maybe I taught him a little something. Tell you what, I guarantee he's happy with the second place. So we'll see. Hey, Cedric, it's Zach and the Booth, buddy. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, man, you did it. You pulled off second here tonight. I'm telling you what, you did a great job. You qualified ninth. Not the greatest qualifying for you. Like you said, you sent me a message, said I underdrove it. Dang it. And you just did a good job. You did pretty much what I preached to you before this race. Just nice, calm, methodical race. How'd it go from the driver's seat?
It was, I don't know. It started with like you said, the poor qualifying result that kind of got me down. Underdrove it so much. Yeah, kind of got me bummed out going into like actually getting the grid. And then getting held up there the first run pretty much the whole time. I was getting really frustrated. And I'm gonna say it, like, again, like, I know, you know, obviously, you know, I'm not a fan of this track, and even after running this race, I really don't like this track. I'm really bad at the corners where you have to set up for passes. Like, for example, the S's. I am really bad at the S's to set up for 11, and I couldn't, like, I couldn't do anything. So I was getting held up. Like, Hunter and Stephen Leffler were doing a really good job of kind of holding me up there that first run. So I kind of went with the undercut and, you know, just tried to salvage whatever finish I can. I mean, obviously they got in, like, Mark and Joseph got into each other there at the end, giving me an opportunity to get back to Joseph. I felt like I would have had a way better shot of maybe getting a win if I didn't qualify so bad, so that's on me. Overall, I mean, second place, you know, I wanted a top 3 finish, so that was good. Just the way it happened, I guess, was kind of disappointing.
Yeah, definitely. I feel you there. Definitely tough. Like you said, maybe a few seconds here or there in the middle of that race there could have made up the difference to be, and not just behind them, but ahead of those two as they battled and kind of came to blows there in the final corner. And man, I'll tell you what, though, congrats to you, buddy, because you pretty much drove it just like I told you. I seen you set up passes coming out of the carousel, like I told you, keeping it nice and tight out there and not letting the car drift out. And, you know, you did a good job. You definitely, I mean, it's hard to drive from ninth place to second. Like you said, I mean, you get stuck in traffic. And like you said, you didn't feel like you were strong in the places to set up passes. And if you're not on a road course good at the places to set up passes, passing is so difficult. So,
yeah,
you know, good job getting to second there and pulling that undercut off. You know, that last lap going into the final quarter, man, oh man, you definitely centered there, didn't you, bud?
Yeah, I wasn't planning on actually sending it from that far away. I was just kind of seeing, like, all right, like, is Joseph, obviously he's probably going to take it a little bit easy because I'm pretty far back. I think at that time I was about a second, like 1.2 seconds behind. And there's no way, like, I'm not that kind of person. There's no way I'm going to send it that far back, even if it's the last lap, last corner. Like, I'm not going to murder us both to try and get the win. But I mean, I did have a talk with Joseph. If I was a little bit, you know, half a second closer, if I could have just ran a little bit better that last lap just to get, you know, even a few feet closer, I probably would have. But, you know, 1.2 is a little far back even for, well, at least for me. So, you know, I wasn't going to put him in danger, you know, going to the last corner. I tried to get on the brakes deeper than I normally do and lost the rear. I know that he said he got really scared and almost pooped himself, so but yeah, no, it wasn't what I obviously meant to do. It wasn't on purpose, but yeah, I'm just glad I didn't clean him out. There we go.
Yeah, that would have been the prettiest sight. I'm sure it would have been some bent feelings over that, but yeah, buddy, good run, man. It was fun watching you all night battle through the field, get up this second. So congrats on that. Anybody want to say a shout out to before we let you go, Cedric?
Absolutely. I want to first of all shout you out. I know you gave me a lot of tips there going into the race, which definitely helped me. It helped me save my right rear, mostly. Obviously, you kind of walked with me throughout the whole track and explained to me what I should and shouldn't do. So that helped a lot. Thank you for that. I want to thank you guys both for doing the broadcast. You guys always do a wonderful job. I can't wait to go watch the broadcast later tonight. I want to congratulate Joseph on his win. You know, and I guess congratulate Mark on his decent finish. I know he had a shot to win the race, and unfortunately it didn't work out for him, but he ran a really good race the whole night. I want to thank all the admins for letting me race here, and you know, all the drivers for allowing me to do what I do. So thank you to all the fans, and we'll personally, I'll see the broadcast and the rest of y'all on Saturday at WSSR.
Awesome. Well, congrats, man, and we will catch you later there, man. Congrats again.
I appreciate it, man.
All right, that was our second place man, a Cedric Hunter, up from the 9th to second place position. But I can tell you what, it is going to be a pretty interesting interview to hear from this man who had ups and downs, roller coaster. I mean, this roller coaster backflipped a few times and flipped over and stopped, and they had to relube the tracks up. And whew, it was a night for Justin. I can tell you how much in the 30. I'm excited to hear what he's got to say after this victory. Hey, Justin, is Zach in the booth, buddy? You got a copy, man?
Yes, sir, I do.
Oh my God, you just scared me. Good job, man. I gotta say, first of all, congrats, man. It is the big thing. There is, I gotta ask you, when you made the mistake, what was your first thought?
Get the car fired back up, first of all. No, I just, I went in there and I downshifted too early and it wheel hopped real bad and locked up the rear tires and kicked me sideways. And I just tried to get it to slow up as he was trying to make the corner and I caught him. So, but it's all good. You know, we finished first and third. So another one for driven in this league. It's really weird.
Yeah, definitely, man. I tell you what, we were on the edge of our seats, like I said, and I'm telling you what, it was really fun to watch. I thought once Mark had that gap from me, especially from the first run, you know, I figured he'd be able to manage his stuff there, but you just continuously, you know, marched and clicking off times that were able to just crawl him in there. A few times he'd pull you back a little bit, a tenth or two, and then you'd get a half second, you know, a couple tenths here and there. And it just seemed like you were definitely a lot better than him all the way up to really the S's. You gained most of your time all through there, and he would pull a little bit back to you, but you were so good through the first part of the track that it really didn't matter. And I'll tell you what, that was a heck of a race between you two. I know you probably didn't want to get into them there a little bit, but that's just hard racing at the end of the day with rears that are completely on fire at that point. Just explain to us what the thoughts were coming down to the end there, how you were going to try to get around them.
Yeah, I mean, I was just trying to, you know, not wreck both of us. I really wanted a driven 1-2 for us, but I kept losing a lot of time for the S's because for some reason Mark could drive it in deeper, you know, coming off the drag strip. Every single time that I tried to do it the same way he was, it would wheel hop like crazy. And I don't know if it's because of the bumps over there or what. But the car wasn't happy about, you know, even with me waiting to downshift in the first, it still wheel hop. So I just knew that the first half of the racetrack was going to be my best, and turn 11 is, you know, going to be my best. So I just knew that if I can just keep clicking those off and clicking it off and clicking it off, I mean, I'm not going to lie, I didn't save nothing. Right after the spin, I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to use everything that these tires have. And somehow it worked. I thought they were going to be dead. I mean, they were dead, but I mean, be able to still pull off pretty decent lap time was crazy.
Definitely was, man. Yeah, I like I told Robert up here in the booth, when that happened, I was like, he's just got to put his head down, forget about it, and put down the best laps of the rest of the race, because he's got to go completely balls to the wall pretty much to the end. And I'll tell you what, you did it, man. I mean, you were 10 seconds back at one point, able to run him down, take the pass, and then, you know, after a little incident between you two there in the in the final hairpin, you had about a 3-second lead there to Cedric, and then it closed down to the next lap about 1.7 after, you know, those tires sliding them so hard. Were you worried there at the end? Because I'm telling you what, we were over here like, oh no, what's going to happen?
Yeah, I was starting to get a little worried, but I was just listening to I was just listening to John. He's just like, hey, just focus out the windshield. I'll give you times. Just focus out the windshield. And so he was telling me times, giving me distance. So I was just trying to click it off as best as I could, but man, those rear tires just would not hook up at all. So I just, 2 to go, I was just like, I got to get everything I can out of it. So, I was taking it real easy. I was like, I know where I'm good at. I know where I'm struggling right now. So I need to just nail where I'm good and just take it easy where I'm not. So that's what I did. And man, we were able to put this thing back in victory lane. I went in chat at the beginning, whenever you guys started the stream, I said 30 for the victory lane, and man, I was right.
That you were, man. I called it out in the broadcast. I said he's going to be in victory lane. And I brought it up right before the broadcast. I've raced you here before. you're really good at this racetrack. So I figured you'd be able to put on.
Not as good as you,
your...
man, but I went through the notes that me and you talked about a little bit, because I mean, you're one of the best here. So I went through everything that you told me, and I was remembering all the things that you told me throughout the race. And I mean, as you can see, man, I was pulling off some really good lap times and was able to make it work. So
you definitely were, man. I'm very proud of you there to be able to use any bit of help. I'm glad I could help you there on that also, if anything did work. Because this track, it's one of my favorite. You know that. It's definitely up there in my list too. Up there, it's a fun racetrack. I can tell you, I was very jealous tonight of you guys running around here after we run the Roval last night. This track is just my bread and butter. I mean, the Roval.
I said that during
all,
practice. I was like, Zach's got to be drooling right now.
Yeah, this place right here, the whole time, I literally think I had goosebumps supposed to race. My palms were sweating. I was on the edge of the seat with you there. I was riding with you the whole race there, buddy. But congrats again on the victory. Before we let you go and celebrate this thing, anybody wants to send a shout to?
Man, yeah, of course. I want to thank Driven Motorsports. I mean, this is an awesome showing for us tonight. Getting the whole front row of Driven Motorsports. Mark Whitley, Jonathan Smith, AJ Brissett, Danny Lawson. All you guys are awesome. John called a really good race again in spotting for me. It sucks that AJ couldn't race tonight. His wheel broke right before the race started, so a little bit of a shame. Hopefully he's back next week. I want to thank Bioside Gaming. I think they came in and watched for a little bit, so thank you to you guys. You guys are awesome for supporting us. 1077 Sage, their beautiful Airbnb in Colorado, beautiful vacation spot. Check them out at 1077sage.com. And you guys for putting on probably a really exciting broadcast. I can't wait to go back and watch this, because I go back and watch these every week. So definitely going to be a good one. So I'm sure it was an awesome one. And we go to Indy next week, Zach. So I'm telling you, the 30's going to repeat.
All right, we'll mark that down right now. I'm writing it in my book. 30's going to repeat. We'll
I was really fast there I was really fast there last season, man. I know something about Indy. I don't know what it is, but hopefully we can maybe get this thing to go victory lane back to back.
Well, I would love to talk to you in victory lane next week, buddy. So good luck there. Congrats on the victory tonight again, and we will catch you next time, man. Good job.
Heck yeah, man. I appreciate it. You guys have a good night.
You too, buddy. All right, that was your winner here tonight, Joseph McWhorter from Sonoma Raceway. What a race we had here tonight, Robert. Like I said, I was jealous of these guys. These guys put on a heck of a show, though, man. People say road course race is boring in iRacing sometimes because it gets so spread out. That wasn't boring. So
no,
they can go back and get their popcorn for that one. But we got the unofficial race results here for tonight's race at Sonoma Raceway for Sim Racing Unleashed. And we'll go ahead and go through them. As bringing home the victories, we just got to talk with him, is Joseph McWhorter in that 30 machine. Say he's going to go back-to-back next week. We'll have to watch him on his word there for Indianapolis. Bringing it home is second will be Cedric Hunter. Third place goes to Mark Whitley. Fourth goes to Stephen Leffler. Fifth, Brandon Hartwell. Sixth goes to Hunter Hayward. Seventh is Braden Caress. Eighth, Steven Stimpian. Ninth is Bradley Delft. 10th, Brandon Colley. 11th is Michael Yarrow. Justin T. Campbell bringing it home in that 12th position. 13th goes to Gomez. 14th is Nicholas Loby. 15th is David Neese. 16th goes to Robert Cheswick. 17th, Robbie Darnell. 18th, Jason Anderson. Lane Doole bringing it home in 19th. 20th will be Jason Adams. And rounding out your field tonight, 32 laps down, is James Small in that 21st position.
All right, that is your unofficial results here tonight from Sonoma with Sim Racing Unleashed. Me and Zach like to say thank you everybody out there on YouTube and Facebook for tuning in here tonight with us, and we hope that everybody had a great Sunday night. But we are off tomorrow night as we get ready for some ARCA at Texas, and then we have a double header on Tuesday. So we have some ARCA at Texas, and then we go to Chicago in the Cup with RSR or Evolution Racing League in general. But we will be, like I said, off tomorrow night, and we'll be live starting at 7:20 Tuesday night for the doubleheader. So hopefully everybody joins us Tuesday night. But again, me and Zach like to say thank you everybody for tuning in out here tonight at Freaky Fast, and Sim Racing Unleashed, and you know what to do on the Facebook and YouTube side. But until then, God bless everybody. We love yous all. Peace out.
Everybody have a good night.